Good evening, everybody. Welcome to... What round are we on? That's the one. Round 7. Hungaroring. We finally got the Pro-Am boys back this weekend. After, unfortunately, having server issues last week, which meant that they couldn't race. Nice to see them all back out on track this week. They'll be itching to get going, I'm sure, after having a week off. Hello to you guys in the chat. Already some very quick wet lap times being put down at the moment. Chief of which, Ray Hayward with a 1:57.4. Bentley looking strong in the wet. Jay Jones not far off either. Sitting in the pits at the moment. So, we're jumping in with just under 10 minutes to go of free practice. Get the show on the road. Qualifying coming up very soon. Fingers and everything crossed that we don't have any server issues this week for these guys. Hopefully it's a straightforward affair with regards to servers. Have we got some of the pro guys in the chat? How are you guys feeling about the race tonight? So we've got Pro-Am and Pro Division both facing wet conditions tonight. Am Division are in the sunshine. Tuck saying he just wants to get through lap 1. I think that's probably, I'd imagine most people are feeling like that tonight. Judging by the lap times that these boys have been putting in as well, I think the Lexus is probably going to be just as strong as the Bentley tonight. So we've got a couple of Lexus drivers in here. Mover, he had to set a lap time, but Dan the Corgi and Rick Pink both in and around the top 10. Edwards is also only half a second off Ray at this point. The boys don't seem to be holding back in practice. They're looking to get their eye in, put in some quick lap times straight away. So yeah, let's have some picks for tonight, guys. Who are you fancying for the podium slots here? Who do we think can handle the wet conditions? We all know how tricky they are on this game. As we see a Honda off there, I think that's Matty or Apex Hugger. Apex Hugger because Matty's in the pits. Just jump back on track there. Matty's sitting in the pits talking to us. Nice to have you with us, Matty. Hopefully it's not carnage. Hopefully it's everyone takes the conditions into account and you know, goes a bit easier, especially on the first lap. Yep, Jay Jones was that. That was a great race for Jay Jones. It's a good call, that Tux. It's last time out in the rain. Jay Jones had a great run of it at Silverstone. He's on the podium there. Proved he can handle the wet conditions. He's putting a good lap time as well, suggesting the same. Yeah, that's the other thing, Matty. Very well pointed out there. The tyres take quite a while to come in the wet conditions, so it's different on different cars as well, but it can take up to 3 or 4 laps for the tyres to really come alive. So you've got to take that into account. Physics going for Jay Jones for the win. Ray Hayward second, Edwards third. Just as Edwards has done a 56. That's an outrageously fast lap time in the wet. 56.8. I mean, I couldn't tell you because the Porsche's nowhere near that, but I think that could potentially give the Pro Boys a run for their money for a pole time, that one. That was a quick lap. So Matt is staying in the dry, clearly. He doesn't want to venture out in the rain right now. He'd rather sit and talk to us on the stream. Hopefully you won't be in here talking to us tonight, mate. Hopefully you'll have a good race and you'll be out there for the duration. So we've got 1.5 minutes left of free practice here. Yes, Lorenzo, the Porsche is terrible in the rain in general, but at this track especially. I think it's going to be a bit of damage limitation for Porsche drivers tonight, as it usually is in the wet. I hope that other people make mistakes, but that is the beauty of this game. Each cars have different strengths, so it balances it out over the course of a season. It's damage limitation on the rounds when you're not so fast, and then when you are, you've got to get the results and get the points. Some really nice liveries in this grid. I'm a big fan of Ray's matte purple Bentley that's out there now. Asmo's nice looking Ferrari there as well. Evo's going to join me in a bit. He's I think he had to go pick the misters up or something, so he said he'll be with me in about 15 minutes or something. So I'm afraid you've only got me for qualifier most likely, but he should be with us for the race hopefully. I'll do my best to keep on top of everything for you guys. So everyone's jumping back to the pits now, getting ready for qualifying. She might have done, Lorenzo. I don't have a reliable source on that one. So, can the boys put these laps in qualifying? 56.8 to beat, so if Edwards can recreate that, I think the boys are going to have a hard time beating it. Ray's got to find half a second. Obviously, you know, they've just been out in free practice, so could have been running race fuel. We don't know what fuel they've been running, what setup they've been running, so it's not always an accurate show for us, but we'll find out in a minute and a half's time. We'll jump into qualifying. It will be revealed. Good luck, Matty. Have a good one. Go, Matty. Have a good race, mate. There's pretty much everyone across the line now, apart from Apex Hugger, and then we'll be jumping to qualifying. Hopefully the game stays in for me, but I might just have to back out quickly as per usual, but we'll see what happens. So Apex Hugger's going to cross the line and then we will jump to qualifying. And looking like I'm going to have to jump out quickly, so bear with me. Occasionally it does let us stay in, but unfortunately not very often. Okay, I'm back in now.
Green light, go, go, go.
Okay, so we're back in. The guys are out on the track, leading the field round. It looks like it's Hutch car at the front, closely followed by Roy. Roy will be hoping for a good result tonight in that Ferrari. He actually raced in the CRS Championship at this track last night. It was in the dry, but he's had plenty of practice this week, so let's see what he can do today. Always a front-running contender. So we're going to jump on board with Hutch, who's going to be leading the guys round. Hopefully they will find themselves a bit of space. So off we go. Going down into the braking zone for the first corner, just before the board, gets on the brakes. Looks like he gets it slowed down for the apex there. Maybe a little bit wide, but he gets away with it. Heading down into the next hairpin bend here. Bit of a longer bend this one. Gets to the apex nicely there. Got to be careful on the throttle coming out here in the wet. Get yourself lined up for the next corner, which he's done nicely, it looks like. Oh, he's run a bit wide. Probably could have been faster through there, but gets away with that one as well. Up the hill now. Over the crest. Flips the curb nicely there. So Hutch may be looking a little bit conservative on this first lap. He's not using all the track, maybe just getting the tyres to come in. Like we said, it does take 3 to 4 laps. It can take about 3 to 4 laps with these wet tyres to get them fired up. So expect to see these guys probably hitting their potential about 3 laps in. Through the sweeping bends now. You've got to be careful not to get on the curbs through this section. They're very slippery in the wet. There's a lot of curbs here that can catch you out, as I'm sure we'll probably see throughout the race this evening. So Hutch and leading the guys round then in the final section. A bad lap from Hutch here. Pretty tidy. Not too many mistakes. Probably going to be able to go faster though, I'd imagine. Coming around the final bend now, powering to the line. What's he going to set the benchmark at? 1:59. And Diamond beats that with a 1:58.9 straight away. Dan the Corgi with a 1:58.1. So benchmark set then. Freaky comes across the line a little bit off the pace on that one. As Ray then sets the real pace with a 57.1. Good lap from Ray, straight out the blocks there, and he's going to get faster than that as well, I'm sure. Coulthard a little bit off the pace there. J Jones, 8 tenths. Oh, Edwards goes fastest, 57 flat almost there, 57.003. Yeah, good lap from him. You can if you want, Lorenzo. I don't mind. Up to you. If you want to jump in, you can. So, some good laps there to start with then. Jay Jones has jumped back to the pits, so I don't know whether he might hit an accident there on the way around on his second attempt. So it looked like we might have a good battle for pole here between Ray, Edwards. Jay Jones has got more pace than that, I'd imagine. See if he can get it. So let's have a look. We've got Red Apple Pie coming across the line now. What's he going to do? Up to 10th. So Hutch is now coming around again. So see if he's got those tyres fired up a bit more, if he's pushed a bit harder. Might be able to take a bit of time out of that last attempt. See what he can do. So crossing the line now. Up to 5th. Takes about 5/10 out of that there, so that was good. We've got next valid lap time is Freaky coming around again. Freaky jumps up to 5th there, puts his Hutch down to 6th. And Ray's coming across the line again. Ray takes some time off there, but he's still a 10th away from Edwards. So, good lap from Ray again. Ray's going to keep going, I'd imagine. Now he's got those tyres warmed up. He's going to be banging the laps in. Trying to take more off. I think Mover's coming across the line now. Looks like he's got a bit of traffic. So probably want to get away from each other. Mover and Medic here. They're slowing each other down. Bunched up like this. So Mover jumps up to 10th there. Medic to 12th. I think Mover's going to try and get past him by the looks of it. Yeah, Medic's let him go. Let's see if maybe we can get a clean lap this time, as I think we've got Roy. No, not Roy. Binky coming across the line. Binky takes a good chunk out of his tyres. He took a second and a bit out of that there, so that's good. So up to 8th for Binky. One of the fan favourites. So Lorenzo is joining us as Red Apple Pie come around the final corner here. Power into the line. Let's see if he can take out. He's about 5 seconds off the pace at the moment. Can he get any closer? He has, taking about a second off. Hello, mate.
Hi, Paul.
You right? So, next coming round is going to be Ray again, number 99 in that matte purple Bentley. See what he can do. He's got a 10th to find to jump onto pole, provisional pole. See what he's got. Come around the final corner. Looks pretty tidy. We get a good exit to the line here. And he's gone pole. That is a massive lap. 56.3. Great lap from Ray there. Does anyone have an answer to that? Edwards has jumped back to the pits to prep for another run. Coulthard crosses the line there, I think, and doesn't go any faster. One of the only guys that we actually see running the Nissan GTR, but it is nice to see a variation of cars on track. He's usually putting that thing top 10 as well, so fair play to him. No one else is running that car at the moment, I don't think. Apart from Silvers as well, I think. In Pro Division. So we've got Spinky coming around again with someone behind him. Nice. Can't see who that is. It's, Apex Hugger, I think. Great that these guys keep the same liveries because I know who they are most of the time. So we've got Jay Jones coming across the line. Oh yeah, big lap from Jay Jones there. 56.2. Oh, some big laps being put in here.
The Bentley's looking like the
Big
car to
laps.
beat.
These are lap times that Porsches can only dream of, aren't they, Lorenzo?
I can't get past 2 minutes. I can't get past it.
We can dream of it, mate, but it ain't going to happen. There, Roy's coming round next. Let's see what he can put in. He's sitting 4th in his favourite position at the moment. I'm sure he'll be thrilled about. Number 4 in 4th. So. Stays 4th. As Coulthard crossing the line again. Stays 6th. That's a good spot there, Coulthard is. GTR looking good in the wet at the moment. Let's hope he can carry it over to a good race result. I do apologise if I missed some cars here. It's difficult for me to see the numbers without the track map up. But we've got... Oh, hello, mate. Lorenzo's just filling in for you at the moment. Say thank you.
Apex Focus just coming over now.
Corner here. Thanks, Lorenzo, for jumping in.
Alright, no?
Up to you guys. Stay if you want. And we've got Red Apple Pie coming around to finish another lap. Let's put a few laps in on these tyres now, which arguably is the way to go with the wets. Hasn't found any more time on that lap though.
ACC's coming next.
Going again. Yep. OCC yet to set a lap in the Mercedes. Let's see what he can do on the board. Managing to get the power down nicely in that Merc there. Good exit out of the final corner. Diver for the line. He's going to put himself 13th there with that one. So that's not a bad start for the first run. Diamond coming across the line. Has he found any more time on that one? He hasn't. About 3/10 off the front boys. Dan the Corgi's just pipped him by 5,000.
Edwards is coming.
So Edwards back out on track, looking to try and knock Jay Jones off pole.
Oh, 55.
Oh yeah, oh my word, 55.4. How on earth?
What is he running?
That? That is an outrageous lap in the wet at Hungaroring. Unbelievable from Edwards, that is. So, the boys have now got an absolute mountain to climb to try and beat that time. But we've got some very capable drivers in here that could potentially give him a run for his money. I don't think anybody was expecting the Merc to be... Oh, it's Apex Hugger showing how slippery that AstroTurf is there and getting out the way of... I think that was Rick. Rick still yet to set a lap here. I'm not sure why, if he's invalidated and made mistakes or...
Yeah, he's just started another lap now.
So Red Apple Pie come around again, yet to improve on his, I think his first run. Has he found some time on this one? Unfortunately not. They're not quite working out for Red Apple Pie at the moment. I'm sure he'll keep pushing. ACC is coming around for another one, but expected to gain some time here, like we said earlier, as his tyres are warming up. First run's not always going to be the quickest. See what he can do here. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. I think that was Binky. But he seems to have found his way back on track. ACC's taking a bit of time out of that. Keep chipping away. Who have we got coming across the line now?
Dan the Corgi.
Dan the Corgi, but it doesn't improve. So we'll jump on with... Is that where is it? Miva Command's finished that now. So the top three are all in the pits, so this is going to be it for them. Dan the Corgi is still out on track, so he's the only one that can really put a challenge to those boys up front, I think.
6 out of 7
Let's find some time from somewhere. Miva jumps up to 7th. Nice lap from Miva. Not going again. Binky's coming around now. Where's Binky going to go? Sitting P10 at the moment. Oh, he jumped up to P6. Great lap from Binky. Fantastic last ditch effort from him there. So he'll be really happy with that, I think. Is Rick going to get a lap in? He has. He's at P14, so he probably won't be too pleased with that, but at least he's not at the back. Get himself a little bit further forward on the grid. Red Apple Pie's pretty much been lapping the whole session.
I can't imagine that Audi's very good in the wet.
Yeah, I don't... it's hard to tell because he's Yeah, him and Freaky have seemed to struggled in that a little bit, so Freaky found a couple more seconds, but yeah, probably not front running car. I think we've got Dan the Corgi then, the last car to come across the line. We're going to have a bit of final excitement here, currently sitting in P4. He's quite a way off the front three, so he will have had to find a lot of time on this lap. I'd be surprised if he does jump up into the top three, but he's a quick driver, so you never know. He might have found some time around here, but the Bentleys and the Merc looking mighty around here at the moment. Can the Lexus challenge?
Faster.
Can't. He's found a bit of time there, but not enough. So that is your grid for tonight's Pro-Am race. Edwards sitting P1 with a ridiculous time of 1:55.4 in the wet. That is an outrageous lap. Great qualifying from him. Jay Jones a whole 7/10 off, and we don't see that very much in this league, so that shows you how good Edwards' time was there. So Jay Jones in a very nice little P2 there, with Ray just behind him, only a 10th off. Dan the Corgi in 4th, just beating Diamond to his favourite spot there. Binky with a great qualifying there, sitting in P6, going to be happy with that one. 2 Ferraris, P5 and P6 there. Coulthard, nice qualifying in the GTR in 7th. Mover in 8th, good reliable performance from him once again. Freaky, P9, and then Hutch rounding out the top 10 there. Probably would have wanted to be a bit higher than that, but seems to be struggling in the Lambo a bit there in the wet. Asmo P11. Matty, good performance there in P12, Apple Pie 13th, Brick Pink 14th, OCC 15th, Medic 16th, and Apex Hugger 17th. So, looking for a good race here, I think.
I think we're going to have 3
Can you say in
packs,
Lorenzo and tell me when it's
yeah, we'll do.
when it's good to go, and I'll restart quick. Now.
Of course.
Yeah, it looks that way. Who are you tipping for the win here?
Well, Edwards with that time. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
But,
that's mad.
but,
That time, but
the Bentleys are really good at staying on track, aren't they?
yeah, well, this is the thing in the wet, isn't it? There's so much that can go wrong. Like, as you'll know from practicing, and as most of the guys will know watching who have been practicing this week, the curbs around here can be lethal, and you only got to touch one under braking or under the acceleration, and you're going to be facing the wrong way. So
Yeah, I think them Bentleys
it's
are
not going to take much to upset the result here, I don't think. Consistency will be the key, as it always is, but it really will be tonight.
That Ferrari looks settled in the rain though. I don't think they'll win them 2 Ferraris, but they might have a sharper top 3. Diamond and Binky,
Ferraris
they're really stable in
seems
the rain.
like it's pretty solid in the
Yeah,
wet.
it's not the fastest in the wet, but it's balanced.
Yeah, and stability and consistency is probably what you want, really, isn't it? Because it's
It depends which car benefits from a full tank of fuel as well.
yeah. So remember, there's a lot of factors that could affect the result tonight. And the most that the drivers can do really is
Stay on track.
yeah, exactly.
Don't hit
Got a lot to manage tonight in these conditions for 45 minutes.
Don't get collected by a Porsche.
Yeah, that's it.
There's no Porsches in this race though.
No, there isn't actually, which is a shame because I was
There's
quite
usually-
looking forward to seeing how they did.
There's usually someone that runs a Porsche in this league, isn't there?
Yeah, I think there is, but I think who is it? Because Drunken Kool-Aid does, but he's moved up. We are missing, I think, 1 or 2 drivers.
Yeah,
tonight,
I'm sure there's a
I
Porsche
can't
normally.
remember off the top of my head who it is, but I think there is usually. Yeah. Unfortunately, I think we've had some server issues in the division tonight. Looks like they are back in free practice again, so not sure
If we're going to delay
what's happened there. But yeah, those guys are back to free practice again, so we might have a bit of a delayed start to the Pro League tonight, because Nico, who is streaming commentating on that, is racing. So we'll have to wait and see what happens with that. Are they on formation lap yet, mate?
Not just about to start.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Tux thinks it was just Kool-Aid. I think that he probably was the only one. So no Porsches in the Pro-Am division. But lots of staple fast cars. We know how consistent and quick the Bentley is, the Merc is, the Ferrari is. So yeah, this should be a good race. As always with the Pro-Am division. Right, Matty's very kindly told us we're on the formation lap as well. He's still listening. So I can jump back in now then. And we will get this show on the road. So you're going to jump on board with the leader after a blistering qualifying. BoA Edwards sitting on pole. About to lead these guys off in the rain for 45 minutes of the Hungaroring. Yeah, Rog,
you're back in
with us there. That the Ferrari is very fast in the wet. I am back in. Yeah, you can jump out. Sorry, mate. Yep. So we're looking at Diamond and Binky. If they can put in consistent performances here, they might be on for a good points finish.
Well,
we know that there's going to be a battle between these 4 guys in front of them, that's for sure. In these conditions, it could turn messy very quickly. So looking forward to this one. As we've got 1 car in the pits, Medic is in the pits, I'm not sure why. He was further down the order anyway, so that probably won't make too much difference to him. Not sure if that's a strategic thing or whether he's just forgot to press drive.
Alright, conditions are wet. We have some slippery curves, and also watch out for your braking distance.
So the race engineer confirming that conditions are wet, if you hadn't realised already. So the boys forming up in double file, getting ready for the race start. Hopefully it will be clean into turn 1. It's a very fast braking zone into a tight corner here, so hopefully we don't see anybody with any ridiculous lunges in the wet conditions. Hopefully everybody just plays it safe and gets through.
Is Medic in this week?
He is, yeah.
Now he normally runs a Porsche.
He doesn't, does he?
Yeah, I think he does he? Oh,
No, I don't think so. He's been in Bentley.
no.
Here we go then. Rolling up to the start line. Waiting for the green light.
Show them what you got.
And there it is. We're off. Jay Jones gets a great start. He's got a run at him on the outside. Edwards is going to have to go deep into the corner to defend here. Looks clean behind at the moment. Can the boys get on the brakes? Diamond taking evasive action there. All clean so far. Is Jay Jones going to get it around the outside? He's going to have the inside for the next corner now. Looks clean from everyone else behind. Diamond's in contact. Oh, there's an accident. Coulthard and Diamond went off there. As Edwards gets the position. As we watch, I'm going to see Diamond and Coulthard are both off. Struggling to rejoin. Edwards has lost it. Edwards has lost it on the curbs. He's coming across the track. He's managed to keep it out of the way. Oh, that's disastrous for Edwards as well. So that puts the timing screens, please update themselves. So Jay Jones takes the lead then.
I'm blocking.
So that's showing straight away there how dangerous those curbs are in the wet. Edwards getting on the power out of the fast right hander on the AstroTurf. The back end just said no, tried to correct it and sent him off left. So let's have a little look down the order here. See, so Edwards is trying to make his way back through. A Diamond and Coulthard rejoin. They have,
Yeah, they have
look like they've got damage. So
Diamond's got a little
early.
Diamond's got a little
They might be looking at doing an early pit stop here, those boys.
Oh,
We've got
someone's
another
gone
yellow
off.
flag further down the order. Who's that?
Red apple
ACC.
pie.
Is Red apple path as well?
No.
ACC. OCC lost it there on the curbs, I think, as well. Oh, has Rick's done the same? Rick's in the wall. Back across the front of Diamond. Oh, that was close.
Oh, no.
Oh, Diamond's off again.
Diamond's got damage.
Right, so these boys are going to have to jump in the pits, I think, here with all this damage. Chaos on the first lap. boys struggle with the wet conditions. So Jay Jones leads on lap 1, built a nice lead already of 2 seconds to Dan the Corgi. As Ray's having a look down the inside. Oh, was late on the brakes, that was close. We're going to have a run now. Into turn 2, 3. That one counts as a turn. Dan's still on the inside, but Ray's got it done.
Movies in the
And
pits.
Ray puts some pressure on Jay Jones now. The two Bentleys are away. Diamond in the pits.
Movies in the
Mover
pits,
in the
Jay.
pits. Rick and Coulthard interestingly haven't pitted. The Diamond's only hope here is going to be to fuel for the full race and try and be consistent, I think. Yeah, it's a disastrous start for Roy though, he's not going to be happy with that, but he probably could recover some points here if he can. He's going to be in clear air.
There'll be a lot of swerving
for
anyway.
the car. Yeah. So Edwards is already back up to P8. He's putting pressure on Hutch now. Hutch takes a bit too much curve there.
Freaky's got all the way up to P4 there.
Yeah, Freaky's had a great start there. He was in P9, wasn't he?
Comments in it, the Audi didn't very good.
Great start from Freaky. And he's pulled a little bit of a gap. Binky's in P5 as well, so Binky's had a good start there too. He's obviously only gained one position, but he's not got caught up in anything, as we see Edwards having a look now at Hutch. I think he's going to go for the move here. It looks like he's committing. Yep, he's down the inside. Hutch turns in, but then thinks better of it. Good decision, because Edwards was coming whether he liked it or not, I think, at that point. So Edwards is up to P7. He's got Asmo next, who is putting pressure on Binky at the moment. Jay Jones walking away with it out front at the moment. I wonder if Ray, now he's got clear air, can start putting some pressure on. We'll have to wait and see. So we're going to have a look at this now with Edwards coming up behind the two Ferraris here. They're going to be under pressure very quickly. Asmo's looking to get the move done. That's a great move. Oh, it's Freaky's facing the wrong way. Oh, and Edwards has hit him. Oh no. Freaky couldn't really do much about that there. He was stuck on the curb. Hutch is off as well. Is that Hutch? Yeah, that is.
All the way down to the 11th
got
now.
a fight between these boys here. Red Apple Pie on the inside, Matty on the outside. Oh, Red Apple Pie braking, nearly hit Matty there. Freaky's rejoined. Don't know if he's got damage after that. Well, action everywhere. Don't know where to look. So this is just showing how if you are consistent in the wet conditions, you're going to get a good result tonight. If you can go 45 minutes without making a mistake, then yeah, you're going to have a good result.
Matty's having a good race, he's up to 8.
Matty is having a good race, yeah. So he's
Edwards in front of him
so far.
Edwards must have damage.
Edwards is back on in 7th, but he's got damage. He hit the Freaky. That was a pretty slow part of the circuit, so he might have got away with not too much damage there.
But he did Apex to a start, he's up to 6 as well.
Yeah, great. Yeah, Apex was down well outside the top 10, I think. So yeah, look, this is showing then these boys that haven't made any mistakes are already up in the P10, top 10. Seth, pole time was what was it? Was it 45?
55,
55, sorry.
45 would be ridiculous.
It was 55.
Yeah, 55.
55-4, I think
Yeah,
it was, wasn't it? Yeah. By who was it again? It's too much going on. Edwards, yeah. But then Edwards went off on turn 2. Well, not turn 2, sorry. Right, I'm going to concentrate now. On the fast right-hander, he dropped it on the curb. So Edwards doesn't pit, so he's obviously not got that much damage. What's Roy doing now? Roy's in the pack, so this is not ideal for Roy here to try and recover this race. He does not want to be in the way of these guys. But he's going to start having to yield to blue flags, so it's going from bad to worse for Roy, unfortunately. The leader, Jay Jones, cruising away out front. Ray's keeping him to about just under 4 seconds. It doesn't seem like he can close the gap at the moment.
Freaky just took Red Apple Pie.
Bentleys.
Red Apple Pie's coming back at him.
Oh yeah, Freaky's just gone past, yeah. Freaky back up to P9 then. And so we've got Edwards on the back of Apex Hugger now, who's just had a bit of a moment on the curves there. Edwards is going to be charging to try and get back in this. Yeah, no excuses now, Surf. We expect to see a 55 from you tonight as well, same car. So is Apex Hugger going to try and defend this position here, or is he going to let Edwards go? I'd imagine he's probably not going to let him go. Oh, he's made a mistake, so that is going to let Edwards through, most likely, I think. Yep, Edwards goes round the outside there.
I don't know if this was strategy from Mover. Look at where he's on the field. He's got a clear track.
Yeah, maybe Mover's gone for the early pit, full fuel, stay out of trouble.
He's about 30 seconds off Rick
someone
Pink.
might do that.
Yeah, he's about 30 seconds off Rick Pink.
So Mover closed up to the back of the pack. He could be in a great position when pit stops start to come. Could be in these conditions, pit stops could really be anywhere, to be honest, as the wet tyres don't degrade that badly, not compared to the dryers on a hot track. So yeah, interesting to see on strategy tonight in this wet race.
Dam's in that.
So Edwards is back up to P6 then, trying to
Dam's in that
on with his race once more.
But,
Yeah, Roy's still stuck in traffic, unfortunately.
but he's come out where he was, if that makes sense, where he qualified.
Yeah, he has, isn't he? Behind.
So he's proving to himself he's fast enough to be there.
I think he's not going to be getting out of the way because he's racing for position in P5 there. So I don't know. Yeah, Roy's not in an ideal position right now, basically. Unfortunately, his only hope was there really to fully fuel the car and then drive the rest of the race on that set of tyres, but he's unfortunately come out in traffic. So yeah, but he's managed to drop the guys behind him though, which is a good start. So maybe if he might just follow Binky here, because Binky's running at a pretty good pace. He's not far off the leaders. So if Roy can just stick with him. Binky looking pretty consistent tonight, which is good to see. The leaders have spread out a fair bit now. Apex Hugger still sticking with Edwards actually. I don't know if Edwards has damage. Well, he's got damage on the front there, but I don't know whether it's affecting the car's drivability very much or not.
Damage is only a lap down as well, so it's not like 2 laps down.
Yeah, it's quite yeah. He got back into the race here. I mean, I think at the moment, like right now, he's going to be aiming for points, isn't he? Really, like if he can stay consistent, then there's definitely going to be more mistakes with 35 minutes to go. I think we've got Hutch looking at Red Apple. Hutch is looking to creep back up the order again after having an incident.
Edwards
Try and put a move on.
Edwards is coming back from as well. He's up to 6 now.
Yep.
See how fast she's Binky up
Cool
now.
medic in the background there. Hutch looking racy here. He's probably going to be putting a move on Apple Pie pretty soon. Oh, Hutch is down the inside there actually. That's a mistake from Red Apple Pie, just ran a bit wide, but he's trying to hold on to the inside here. But Hutch is through. So Hutch back up to P9. So Matty's doing alright there.
I'm just watching a bit of Matty.
Facing down Apex Hugger.
He's probably the closest person.
The two Hondas looking alright in the wet here actually.
He's up to that wheel very fast.
Yeah, he has. Matty only jumped to a wheel a few weeks ago, and he's looking pretty good on it now. You know, he's been practicing, he's been working on it, and it's looking good. Nice to see again a variety of cars. We don't see many Hondas in our leagues either. I think it's mainly only these two guys. We did see quite a few people driving it in the Charity Cup, so I wonder if we're going to see more Hondas
next season. I think we will.
Next season.
Someone's just gone off. Number 41. 41 Freaky's got off again.
Freaky with another mistake, so he was just coming back up the order as well. So
he said that Audi though, I couldn't imagine it was very good in the wet.
Yeah, we did think that they looked like they were struggling in qualifying, so
it's twitching the dry, that car.
Freaky's jumped down the order there, unfortunately.
He's going to have to pit this time as well, his car's really.
It's Coulthard's managed to get past Red Apple Pie as well there, so Rayo must have had an incident. But Coulthard looks like he's actually putting pressure on Hutch here. I don't know if Hutch has made a mistake as well, or whether Coulthard's just quicker than him at the moment in this phase of the race. Evo's joined us in the chat. He's having a night off.
Pink's jumped up a lot of spaces.
Yeah, he's doing alright sitting there in 13th, isn't he? like we said, there's the guys that haven't made any mistakes yet are really reaping the rewards at the moment. Apex Huggers, I think, gone from about 15th to 7th. Matty's come up from further down the order as well to 8th. And then we've seen the likes of Edwards, Hutch, made mistakes unfortunately and dropped back down the order. So they're going to be looking to stay consistent now. I don't know what the guys that have pitted are doing at the moment. Mover's still in clear air, so it's going to be very interesting to see where, once the guys pit, where they come out. Apex Huggers pitted now, so this will be our first indication of what's going to happen.
Where was
Right,
Medic?
Evo, you can have a night off with the missus.
Where was Medic?
Where was Medic before he pitted?
Spotted him come in.
Yeah, he was lower down, I think. So let's see where's Mover now. So Mover's coming round. So Apex Huggers pitted from like, where was he? 6th? Looks like Mover's going to jump him here. So Mover could be, by pitting early and staying out of trouble, Mover could be well up in the top 10 here. He's jumped Apex.
Yeah, it was definitely
So
strategy.
Mover is looking good here. Really good. He's by quite a long way as well, actually. So Mover could potentially be in the top 5 here,
Apex is just moving
I'm
now.
going to say. So Mover with the early pit stop, going full fuel, getting clear air. And he's jumped Apex, who pitted from 6th, I think it was. So, yeah. Great strategy call from Mover there, and it's looked like that's going to pay off for him if he doesn't make any mistakes in a bit when these boys start pitting. So the leader, not much airtime yet because he's been out in front. He's pulled a gap of 5 seconds to Ray, and that is an impressive feat considering we know how quick Ray is, Boogie. And yeah, Jay Jones is just driving away from him at the moment. So like we said actually at the start, didn't we? Jay Jones had a great performance in Silverstone in the wet.
It's just stable, that Bentley.
Well, someone said that in the chat. I think it might have been Tux.
Very stable, that.
But yeah, the Bentley's stable, but he seems to be really tuned in with it when it's in the wet. He seems to, yeah, it looks really good in it. So, yeah, driving a good race so far. Got that gap to over 5 seconds with Ray at the moment. So still close enough that if he makes a mistake, and then you've got another 5 seconds down the corgi. So these boys are not far away from each other. Asmo a little bit further back. Closely followed by Binky, and then I think Diamond's still sitting behind him, but a lap down. So this is working alright for Diamond, this, hopefully, just following Binky round. Just keeping it consistent, because Binky's lapping at a pretty good pace at the moment, it looks like. So yeah, Roy hopefully bringing himself back into the race here. So Coulthard in the pits then, so again, Mover's the one to watch. And Mover's passed already, so Mover is flying up the order here. We knew that one was coming, I think, because Coulthard pitted from about P9 anyway. So
Apex, yeah, Apex was going to...
Mover leading the charge of the boys that have pitted already. And it's going to be interesting when this top 5 pit to see where Mover ends up. That will be the sign.
I'm afraid to say though, I think Diamond has got a lot of work to do. He's,
Yeah, I think so.
yeah.
Coulthard's
moving. Coulthard's out now.
He's two laps down as well, actually.
I don't know. I don't think he is. I think I need to look at the timetables. I don't think he is.
Is that just 2 laps down from the lead?
At the moment, yeah, he's 2 laps down.
Yeah, so not from...
He's on lap 6 now. He's on 7 now. So.
Yeah, a fair bit of work to do there for Roy, unfortunately. He'll keep going, he'll keep plugging away, you never know. With these conditions, we've seen how easy it is for... We've had some of the... his medic
just
shows again now how easy it is to lose control in these conditions. A bit of Tokyo drift there, Siakos style. Matty's in the pits now, so again we'll have a look at where Mover is. Mover's a bit further back this time, but Matty's not in his box yet, so I would imagine Mover will be getting past him as well. But the early pit working well for Mover.
He's definitely got Matty. Matty's only just stopped.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, Matty
101's pitting as well.
P8
What's CC just pitting?
Yep, ACC in the pits too. So we're seeing some people going for the pits now. We are about
we're off well.
Coming up towards halfway through the race. So Mover goes through then. Matty's still not leaving his box. Loving this drive for Mover at the moment. Completely different strat to everyone else, and it seems to be working out for him so far. Can he keep consistent? Can he keep the pace? That's the question. And will those tyres hold on till the end? I think he pitted pretty much on lap 2 or 3, so he's got pretty much done a full race on one set of tyres. So will they hold out to the end, or will they start to drop off? He's looking consistent at the moment though, so he's going to keep plugging away. So we've got Binky. Binky looking really good tonight. Just 3/10 off Asmo and holding that gap as well.
Diamond just showing their eyes should get lapped. Really got out of the way there for Edwards.
Where's Roy gone?
He just let Edwards, he knew Edwards was, yeah, but he knew Edwards was catching it so.
Oh, he's let Edwards through,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
So maybe going to try and follow Edwards now. Edwards still running with that damage there.
He's gonna fall off.
Done an early pit. Edwards has decided to stay in the traffic and try and work his way through it. We'll see if that works out for him or not. I think we might see Mover jump Edwards as well when he pits, potentially. It's going to be around these guys that Mover's going to be challenging, I think, when they pit. So, Roy looking to get the just get pulled round by Edwards now, I think.
Trying to work out how long this thing is from.
Who was that off there? OCC. Oh no, it's a Ferrari off as well. Oh, Roy's got caught up in that. OCC, I don't know if that was an unsafe rejoin or if Roy just dropped it, but Roy is off again, unfortunately, so unfortunately race going from bad to worse for Roy. Just pulling out of the way of Hutch there as well. He's keeping going though, as we see Rick Pink in the pits. Mover's passed him already. Mover really leading the charge at the moment. We don't know where he's going to end up.
I've got a feeling
but
he's
I'd
top
expect
3 here.
somewhere around 4th to 5th. He could be on the verge of the top 3, yeah. But where did he pit from on when he went in?
I don't know, he just pitted
He was in
into
the
that.
top 10, wasn't he?
I think so.
He's obviously just decided that getting out of the traffic and pushing in clear air is the best option, which, but like we said, it just depends whether his tyres are going to last the duration or not.
Being constantly in clear air.
So we've got Edwards is now on Binky's tail. Looks like he might be close enough. Oh, as Binky goes in the pits. So Binky decides to not bother with that fight and get in the pits.
Right, now this is where now. See what Binky did.
Releases Edwards, yeah. So
Apex
this is
off.
the telltale.
Apex goes off.
Oh, mistake from Apex, that's a shame. So he's having a good race there, but he can get back on track. So let's have a look. Binky's in the pits. Where's Mover? Mover's quite a way back here, so this is going to be the one that tells us what's going on. So Binky pitted from P5, having a great race so far. Where is he going to come out? Is Mover going to jump him by doing the early pit stop? Front runners still within the same gaps of each other, 5 seconds between the 3 of them. Consistent running from all 3 of them. We've got a bit of a train of cars, led by... I'm going to jump to that in a minute because we're going to see what's going on with the pits here. So Binky's still not moving.
Still not moving.
Coming around the final section now.
He's definitely got him. I think he's going to have him in.
Yeah,
I think he's car 15.
So this is Mover pretty much in net P5 if he gets out.
Just moving now,
which he has done. It's going to be... Is it going to be close or is Mover's gone already? I think.
Yeah, so they got
Binky's out.
us.
Not even.
He's
Got a
passed.
few other cars going in the pits now. Yeah, Mover's through. So Mover's net P5 potentially higher than that. So the group of cars is led by Matty, who's got Coulthard behind him. Oh no, that's Jay Jones working his way through the back markers. That's why there's a group of them.
And Binky's just showing here when you come out of the pit. It's very slippery.
Yeah, he's struggling a bit.
So he's just gone off. I think
So
he's just gone
Matty
off.
going to jump out of the way for Jay Jones here. Oh no, Binky's off.
No,
is
no,
he?
he's come back on. He just managed to go on the over.
Okay, so we just see Jay Jones working his way through the back markers there in P1. Coulthard's going to look to jump on that though and get a run on Matty, which he has done. He's through. Coulthard's made the most of that one. Fair play. He's played that tactically to his advantage. He's let Jay Jones through and then sat right behind him, and he's made the most of Matty moving over. So Coulthard jumps up to P11. Coulthard does.
2 more people pit, 28 and 64. Asmo's in now.
Edwards and Asmo in.
And again,
so Edwards looks like he's had another incident there. Look at the state of that car. I think Edwards has gone off again.
We are halfway through, not over yet.
So he's going to be fixing that damage.
Mover's going to take both
definitely going to jump these two.
Definitely.
100%, yeah. So this is going to be moved up to P4 now.
If you look where the car number 22 is now, where Jones is now, if he's about there, he would take what is in the pits. As it's together, if that makes sense.
So here he comes then to take P4, and one of the best drives I've seen from him so far.
He's a very consistent rider.
Asmo is moving now, but I think Mover's going to get him. Mover's already on the straight. Mover's through.
Again though now, he's going to have to get his tyres up to temperature and pull away from him.
So Mover's got P4. He will have P4 when Hutch pits. How far he's going to be off the front three, that might be close, as we've got a few more drivers coming to the pits. Edwards is still sitting there with damage. That car looks battered, so I think he's going to be sitting there for a little while. Binky's in the pits again. Oh no. Is that damage for Binky?
Well, his car didn't get repaired when he went into the pits. He had a bit of damage on the front end. I did spot when he came out.
He's decided to pit for the damage, so that's not going to help him at all.
So whether or not he didn't do a proper pit.
Edwards still hasn't moved. So Binky's... Oh, the top three have all pitted at once. So they've literally all done that in response to each other, I guess.
Yes,
Edwards is now moving.
Mover's going to be very close with that. He's not going to take.
So let's see what Mover's a fair bit back from these guys.
He's literally they're going to come out.
This is going to be close, I think.
Yes, just as he's coming on that.
So watch him. He's going to know this as well. I can imagine that he's probably going to be already pretty happy with how this has worked out. Where he is position-wise anyway. But he'll see that he's got cars in front of him that haven't pitted.
Jones is looking out.
Jones is already out, so we didn't expect them to be fighting each other. Ray is now moving as well. And so is Dan Corgi. So where is Mover going to slot in with these guys? I don't know if he's going to get them. I think he's going to be just behind them. He's going to slot in nicely behind him. Hutch still yet to pit.
Can he take advantage of the cold tyres?
Dan the Corgi's out the pits. Yeah, Mover is a little bit back from them, but he's pulled a gap from Asmo, so he's sitting nice in P4 once Hutch pits. Hutch going long on this first stint here. So
64
keeps the lead.
64. 64. Edwards is off. Edwards just come out and gone off.
Edwards off again. Edwards having a bit of a nightmare tonight. He's been off about 3 times now. And that's Diamond coming up behind him again. And is that for position now? That is for position. Roy's starting to come back into the pack now.
He happens to get to the fight
for P13. Yeah, I think he will after this race.
The petrol just pings starting to really go high.
The front three. Oh, Edwards losing back up again. Edwards really struggling with that car tonight. It's a bit more spread out between the front three now. We've got gaps of 10, 10 and 6. Yeah, so
just gone wide.
So Edwards pulling away from Diamond, it looks like here a bit. Again, Roy's probably going to be looking to see if he can... Oh, Red Apple Pie would just jump on board. Has gone really deep into the first corner. Get the engine going again, back on. He's by himself there, so no trouble with traffic coming back.
Hutch is now in the pits.
Showing how difficult it is tonight, isn't it? Hutch is in the pits, yeah, from P1. So Jay Jones is already through.
I don't think he is.
Where did Hutch pit from?
No, I don't think it. From first. Well, Jay Jones has just come past him, but he's lapped him.
Oh, right. Really? Nah, that'll update itself. Yeah, I don't know, we'll see in a minute, won't we?
Gotta work out what's going on there. He caught with that. Jay Jones could not have caught Hutch that much within 2 laps. Unless Hutch has been off.
Oh, we've had a dropout. Who's that? Someone's disappeared. Don't know who that was. We've lost one car anyway. Yeah, so it's updated now.
Ah, yeah,
So
there you go.
these guys, yeah, so they were
He
that
must-
close. Hutch was a bit
must-
further down the order, wasn't he? Because he'd been on
You
a
got
few
4
times.
5th, yeah, he must have had an awful there.
Matty next to come through. Where's Hutch going to slot in then? Hutch is leaving now, so Hutch is going to slot into P6 by the, P7 by the looks of it.
He must have had enough there. He was
In
running
front of Matty.
He was running
No,
4th,
he's-
though, wasn't he?
P6, sorry. No, but yeah, but he'd been off a few times, hadn't he? So I think,
He must have had some damage to the pit, wasn't it?
yeah, he must have had some more offs, I think.
Because that's who we were watching for me, weren't we?
Yeah. So feeling a bit more spread out now. Not much of a battle for the lead at the moment. JJ's walking away with this one. Great drive from him. Ray in second and Dan the Corgi in third. Pretty spread out between those guys now. Mover with probably my driver of the day at the moment for his strategy call. Pitted on pretty much the second lap, I think it was.
I don't know if Apex Hugger's
And I
gone off
assume that
here,
he's fully fueled the car.
or if he's clutching. I don't know what's going on with his ping. He's gone through the
Apex
roof.
Hugger with really bad ping right now, unfortunately. Hopefully that doesn't affect anybody, but it's a shame 'cause he was having a good race.
It's
We've
really
seen a few
falling off.
people. Yeah, it's really bad actually. We've seen a few people. Binky was having a great race. He was running P5 and unfortunately has had to pit twice, so taking him out of contention. Matty's still having a good race in P7 and Medic P8. Hutch has done well to recover to P6 considering he's been off twice, I think. Oh, Coulthard went. His TV switched off. That sucks. He's having a great race there. Unlucky, mate. Sucks to hear. One of the best drives I've seen from you though, mate, if that's any consolation. Looking really good tonight. It's probably not, but... So Hutch quite a long way off the top 5. It's very spread out now.
Yeah, there's not many close battles going on right now.
No, not really.
Apex Hugger's close to Apple Pie, but he's got to watch him. He's,
Yep.
pings it
In a
with
second. Apex Hugger's still pinging around. Apple Pie's past him, I think.
Freaky's picking Medic up here,
Edwards is
though.
going to be the next person to try and get past him.
He's catching Medic up here.
It's weird. Red Apple, not Red Apple Pie. Apex Hugger's like connection's been alright tonight, but then all of a sudden
Yeah.
his ping's just gone really bad.
I'm trying to not watch him, just trying to drop his ping a bit.
So I don't know if Edwards has got past him, so that's okay.
Oh,
Apex Hugger dropping down the order.
he's just slid out. He just caught 15's off. Rick Pink's just retired to the pits, I think.
Oh no. So that might be Rick with terminal damage.
Freaky's car still looks damaged. His bonnet's all over the shop.
Oh, Edwards having a look at Apple Pie straight away, so I don't know if Edwards is through. Edwards charging up the order again for the second time tonight.
Freaky's really closing on Medic now.
Strap to these guys.
That Bentley.
Freaky again, another driver that's had quite a few incidents tonight, but shown some pretty good pace when he has been on track, so...
That Bentley can just drive on the curves.
The Bentley looks so stable, like it makes me so jealous of the Bentley drivers watching this.
Like there, where
It just
Freaky,
looks like you can put it anywhere and
where
there's
Freaky
no
just
problem.
there. If I did that in the Porsche, I would be to the spot.
Yeah. We haven't really seen any incidents with any Bentleys tonight, have we? They've all just looked super solid.
But it weighs so much.
We've seen the Merc lose the back end a few times in Edwards' hands, or I don't know if that was just lost his head a bit after the first incident.
He's definitely going to have
That's a
Medic here.
mistake he had. Freaky looking like he's going to probably make a move into turn 1 here.
Yes, he's very smart, Freaky.
race tonight, besides his incidents. He was a bit unlucky, he lost it in turn 1 and then got collected by Edwards. But he's recovered well. These boys are actually going to have Edwards coming at them. He's a fair bit behind, but eventually I think they might be.
So Freaky wants to get this move done then soon.
Yeah. Tuck saying Matty going well. He is. Coulthard saying the car was outstanding as well there. It did look good in the wet. Looked pretty solid. We were saying about that earlier. It was Medic and Freaky both from wide there. That would be a track limits warning if they kept their foot in there.
Again,
Ryan is creeping back up the order. How far is he behind Red Apple Pie? Quite, not too far. Just getting out of the way for traffic there. So yeah, Diamond managing to come back in the race, which he'll be very pleased about. I'm sure he'll be looking for some points here. Got 5 seconds to make up on Red Apple Pie. Yep, Jay Jones is dominating this. No one's been able to touch him since Edwards made the mistake at the start. He's just driven away with it. Ray can't keep with him. He's just been extending the gap. So yeah, good drive, that's for sure. Jay Jones is looking like a what's the word? Well, a master of the wet is probably the word. He did really well at Silverstone in the wet race there. He got a podium, and he looks like he's going to take the win tonight. Things continue to go the same way. So it looks like Freaky's got the exit there.
It's so much faster than third
to
sector.
the outside. Medic's gone defensive on the inside, so if he can get it slowed down and hold that apex and stop the undercut, he might still keep the position. The level at the moment, Freaky looks like he's gone a bit deep, trying to go around the outside if he can get the inside for the next corner, but I don't think he can.
That was brilliant defending by Medic.
Again. Yeah, really good defending from Medic there, put the car exactly where he needed to. Oh, and he's gone deep there though, he's gone really deep there. Oh, so that is going to, after that great defensive showing, that's going to give Freaky the position anyway, unfortunately. He's made that mistake a few times at that corner tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah.
But that gives Freaky P8 then. And Edwards has taken about 5 seconds out of these boys while they've been battling, so Edwards is on his way.
Why not get them?
Yeah, I wonder if he's getting warnings for that or not.
Again, if we
I
put
wonder
our
if we're going to
Porsche,
see any...
if we put the Porsche down
this. Tux has just said Asmo catch and mover a bit. He is. He's within 3 seconds now, so that could be a battle soon. Diamond's having a look at Red Apple Pie here as well. Jump on board with these guys.
Matty's having a really nice position in the qualifying. 14th, that's to be win. Sure, low down.
Yeah, Matty is having a great race. Yeah,
he's about 12,
very
isn't he?
consistent tonight. So this is getting Diamond ever closer to the points. These guys are 13 seconds off Edwards, the next car up the road, who is currently chasing down Medic and Freaky, who we've just been watching. So let's see what Diamond can do here. As Red Apple Pie runs a bit wide, looks like Diamond's got the inside. Yep, Diamond's made the move already before they even got to the corner. There's Binky coming behind him as well, so Binky looking to recover some places. Those Ferraris are looking good round here in the wet. Unfortunately, Diamond and Binky have both had incidents there. We don't really know what happened to Binky. Binky was having a great race in P5 and then he had to pit for a second time, so we don't know if
from what I've seen, none of that
was a mandatory issue or if he got damage or what. But shame about that, because it would have been a great result for him. These boys could still potentially score points. Medic, Edwards has got past Medic already, so we missed that one. So Edwards is now going to be going after Freaky. With 8 minutes left, so Freaky's probably the last person he's going to get unless we have any more. Oh, he's gone off again, so he's lost the Merc in exactly the same place as he did in the first lap. Edwards having a bit of a shocker tonight. He's had some great battles back through the field, but then he just keeps making mistakes, unfortunately, so maybe pushing a bit too hard. He proved in qualifying how quick that Mercedes is, but I think he might just be overdriving it a bit tonight. So he's got to do that move again, unfortunately, but the move, yep, good spot, Tux.
Red Apple Pie's having a bit of an issue.
For P4. Oh, it's Binky. Binky's nearly past him as well, yeah, so I'm going to... Let me know if there's a move going on there, will you? With Red Apple Pies and Binky. I'm just going to stick with this battle for P4 between Mover and Asmo.
I'm pretty sure Edwards has got really bad damage. Everybody's just taking it.
So, Mover's tyres falling off here.
They're getting lapped here as well.
Or is Asmo just faster? But Red Apple Pies is... Oh, Edwards in the pits again, so Edwards has obviously got really bad damage after that one.
He just jumped back to the pits.
Edwards had an absolute nightmare tonight after getting a blazing qualified, a blazing pole position. He's unfortunately just had so many accidents that it's yeah, knocked him right down the order, and he's
thinking Red Apple
for the second time tonight.
Thinking Red Apple Pies, you need to realise they're getting lapped at the same time as battling.
We're just going to jump on board with these guys for a minute.
They're all the Ray
trying to get through.
Yeah, they're holding it.
Race through on Red Apple Pie, so Red Apple Pie got out of the way there, good job, and I'm sure Binky will do the same down to turn 1.
I think that's how Binky used it though. I think he just used that to his, he didn't pull over and took.
Get himself away, and Asmo's still putting pressure on Mover. So this is your battle for P4.
Well, Roy's
Rain
back
does
into
certainly stir things up a bit, Surf.
Roy's back with the 7th place.
Roy back into the points. Obviously, actually, sorry, the top 12 is points, but yeah, Roy. Well,
that's a brilliant.
There,
that's a brilliant effort. That.
Yeah, really good comeback from Roy. That.
And he was stone cold last minute.
Yeah. So Roy's 12 seconds off Medic, so unless anyone makes a mistake in front, he's probably not going to make that happen in the last 5 minutes. But anything can happen, as we've seen tonight.
So Asmo's alright.
Edwards unfortunately said too much damage, pushing too hard. Unlucky, mate. Unreal qualifying performance for me, unfortunately. Didn't really work out in the race, but difficult conditions these. Oh, as I've been disconnected. Have you been disconnected?
I've not. No, I'm still here.
Oh, okay, that's fine. As long as the server hasn't crashed, I'll jump back in.
Still here.
You can commentate for a second.
He's unlucky there that you know, points for pole position.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on, no, the server. Something's happened to the server. The server's crashed.
Oh no.
Everybody on mine's disappearing off now.
No, not again.
They really need to sort this out.
You're kidding.
Green light, go, go, go.
No, it's what they'll be doing now. We had 5 minutes left as well.
I think we're probably just going to have to take the result with 5 minutes left, I'd imagine, because there's only 6 drivers left in the server now.
We've got the stream, haven't we?
Yep. Yeah. I mean, luckily that's only happened with 5 minutes to go. It's annoying, but I think we're probably just going to be taking the result then.
It was quite spread out. I think the only one that
yeah, I think
Apex.
No one's probably lost out that much from that, but
Apex Hugger might have got a place, but other than that, I don't think.
So the guys are still running, but
probably don't know what to do.
We might. At least Jay Jones is going to get to cross the line for his win by the looks of it.
Yeah. And Matty's going to get a podium.
Yeah, but some guys are jumping back in by the looks of it. But I think we will be taking the results as they were before I got kicked out.
Well, they probably don't know if it was just their own or if it was everybody, you see, so now they'll be learning it as everybody. Yeah, they'll leave it again.
Yeah, Asmo, I can't say for sure, but we only had 5 minutes left at that point, so I think we'll probably just do the results as they were before everyone got booted, because more than half the field got kicked out there, it wasn't just you.
But we do think that you were probably the harsh done too. You were closing down.
Yeah.
No one else was close though to each other.
Yeah, so don't panic, guys, if you've been booted and you can hear us. Unfortunately, server issues again, but only 5 minutes left of the race. I think we'll be taking the result before the server incident. Yeah, really annoying that we have these issues with the servers, as we do pay for them, and yeah, it comes out of all our pockets.
We'll blame server for this one. Server, did you press the button?
But yeah, we're yeah, more than half the server got kicked out there, so I think what we'll do is just take the results from before the server crashed. But some guys are still running around. But yeah, don't worry about it, mate. I think we'll be that's what we'll do. Roy's just jumping in now. I think we'll get that confirmed. Oh, that's what happened. That was unlucky, man. You're having a good race there. Yeah. I was just saying, Roy, I think that was with about 5 minutes to go. You lost more than half the field, so I think the best thing to do would just be to take the result from before that happened. Do you agree? Yeah? Okay, cool. So that's confirmed then, guys. We're going to take the result from before the disconnection. We've still got the leader running, so we'll watch him finish the race and take his well-deserved win. But we will be taking the results from before the disconnection.
And Matt is going to take his first podium.
Yeah. Sorry about that, guys. It's obviously that's out of our control, unfortunately, but it's annoying to not see a conclusion to the race. But at least we got to run a race tonight.
The leader is on the final lap. Give it a final push.
Yeah, you had a great race there, mate. That's a shame about the tyre sitch. Otherwise, you would have been on for a good finish there. But yeah, no, you had a great race, mate. Yeah, so guys, jump over to the AM race is still running because they got delayed by a server issue as well, so they've got 10 minutes to go, so by all means jump over to Nico's stream and watch the remainder of that race. Some good battles going on with 10 minutes to go. I'm just going to wait and watch Jay Jones cross the line, and I'm going to finalise the stream here and jump over and watch the end of that as well.
It's T10 points winning that other race.
Yeah. But thanks for joining us tonight, guys. Sorry about the issue, but we've had a good race up to that point, and it's been really enjoyable. So it's not all doom and gloom. But yeah, jump over to Nico GTR on Twitch and watch the remainder of the division. They've got 10 minutes to go.
It looks really nice that race. There's no rain.
Yeah.
Driving string like that.
So we watch Jay Jones is going to come across the line and finish in P1. Unreal drive from him tonight. Fully deserved.
It's very strange why I didn't kick everybody.
It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why that did that, but
How's that work?
Jay Jones coming across the line to take the win. The rest of the positions won't be correct, but this one is. Great drive from Jay Jones. Well done, mate. Master of the wet. I think he's earned that title now. 2 wet podium finishes for Jay Jones. And we are going to see Mover and Matty cross the second and third. That isn't going to be their positions when we put in the guys that got disconnected, but
Do you think Matty
Mover,
might,
I believe, was
argue
P4. So Mover had a great drive anyway, so he will be P4 when the PC guys are put in.
I feel sorry for Mover.
Yeah, but he's still going to be happy
He's still
with that.
at P4,
But I think he would have been there anyway, wouldn't he? Because he was quite far behind the top 3. So yeah, good drive, good race. Interesting to see it's actually getting quite dark now because the pro guys are going to be running 15 minutes more than this. So
I've heard when it goes dark.
Mover's stopped at the line there.
I've heard when it goes dark.
I don't know what he's doing.
It's a bit interesting.
Is he waiting for Matty to come round? No, he's crossing the line now. Okay, so yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Like we said, that the results will be from before the disconnection. We're going to take those because we only have 5 minutes to go. But yeah, thanks for joining us, guys. Jump over and watch the rest of the AM race on Nico GTR's Twitch. 8 minutes to go over there.
It's only
Yeah.
4 seconds
Cheers,
to the
guys.
leader.